So good afternoon. Hope all are audible.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
sir. You are audible.
Yes, sir.
Please, one of them, be interactive with the session. Hello.
Sure, sir.
Hello. Anyone interactive, so that we can have a connection. Okay. I want to
Sure,
know whether the things are working properly or not. I don't know.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So now you are audible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So good afternoon to all, and have a nice sleeping time to enjoy this session with the interesting topic, enabling IoT. That means enabling the technology for future vision with the help of a new innovative technology, which is not any integrated technology. It is a paradigm shift only, IoT, Internet of Things. So what do you know about the IoT? Before that, I want to discuss about ICT, information and communication technology. All of you know that ICT revolution has transformed the whole world, and it improved all the field. So ICT revolution has transformed the whole world, wherever it is. Without ICT, we never live in this world. So ICT revolution has transformed the whole world, and it improved the technological world, so beyond our imagination. So the fast development of this ICT will lead to a new revolution called IoT, Internet of Things, which comes from M2M, that is machine to machine language. In the first level of communication takes place between human to human. The next level of communication takes place between human to machine. And now we are moving towards machine to machine communication. And the technological world, we are living in the knowledge society where innovation is our future. Sharing is our future. So the knowledge society means in old era, people live in the agricultural society. Next, they are moved towards industrial society. Now we are in the knowledge society. Now we take the session into reverse order. The knowledge applied to industrial society will lead to a new revolution called Industry 4.0, and the knowledge applied to agricultural, which will lead to agricultural 4.0. So we are applying technology to all fields. The world around us has completely changed, and all the organizations are fully depends on IT-enabled services, where the market agility, managing the risk on security, cost management, improving the customer services through BPO and KPO services, managing the technology and establishing the right infrastructure for the organization, all these come under new innovative technology. So the ICT revolution has transformed the whole world and improved the speed, efficiency and effectiveness of the communication system beyond our imagination. This development of ICT will lead to IoT, which is the hot topic of research in the industrial area. So we are in a position to know about what IoT is. So whenever the technology comes into effort, the progress of technological is like an axe in the hands of the pathological criminal. It is like an axe in the hands of the pathological criminals. So as a teacher, you must know about all kinds of technology applied to education. So what is education? You know that we are now moving towards 21st century of learning. The 21st century of learning concentrate on all engineering education teachers must know about this 21st century of learning and prepare themselves and mold themselves so that you are main key teacher for a student. You are a main and key teacher for a student. You are the motivator for a student. You are a mentor of a change for the student. So what you have to know about? First, every student must have a creativity. A students must creativity generation. Next, critical thinking. He must think critically. That means what others thinking is not in his mind. So critical thinking. Next level, communication. So creativity, critical thinking. Third point is communication. And fourth point is collaboration. You should collaborate the technology with the students. And fifth point, every student must have computational thinking mentality. We should convert their mind into computational thinking. Then only we are entering into the job market. What the present area of job concentrates on? Blockchain management for security reasons. Next, 3D printing, drones technology, IoT technology, robotics, cloud computing, big data, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality. So, cloud computing, these all the technologies are merged together. So, the teachers must have the capability of encouraging networking. So, you must be a network teacher. Don't be alive. Don't be, you must cooperate with, you must collaborate with the nearby teachers, nearby colleges, nearby universities, so that we will form a group of network teachers where the knowledge should be transferred among ourselves. A teacher who is responsible for developing a curriculum, a teacher who is responsible for sharing their curriculum to others, the responsible for content generation. He should be responsible for creating a blog. He should be responsible for giving information to the Wikipedia. He has a digital photo sharing. So we are moving towards a new innovative 21st century of learning where all the things are happening automatically. Whenever the technology come into effort, don't feel that teachers will be replaced in future. Technology will never replace the teachers. The teachers who know how to use the technology effectively to help their students connect and collaborate together online will replace those who do not. Please imagine that now we are in the moving online society. So as per CEO's report, as per CEO's report, by 2025 or by 2025 to 2030 gap, most of the institutions fully depends on online education. So we must adapt to a new environment. The teachers will be come forward to adapt to a new environment. If the teachers who use the technology in a ways to expand their global connections are more likely to advance, while those do not will find themselves on the sidelines. So the teachers will come forward to know about the technology. Otherwise, they will be definitely quit out in the future. And in future, all the classrooms are engaged with IoT enabled, virtual reality enabled, VR enabled, AR enabled classrooms. So we are moving towards a new innovative classroom with for education systems also. Today, our topic covered what are the history of IoT, what is IoT, how IoT works, why IoT is important, where IoT is applied, when IoT is benefited. So whenever you study a topic, you must know about why, what, when, how, where. The students must have the mentality of why it is, what is the purpose, how it is happening, where it is happening, when it will be used. All the things automatically come into mind. So the topics which we covered in this session are history of IoT, what do you know about the term IoT, how the IoT works, and why IoT is very important in the future, and where the IoT is applied, and when the IoT will be benefited. In the history of IoT, the father of IoT is Kevin Ashton, who presented his IoT idea in a P&G seminar, Procter and Gamble, in the year 1999. So the IoT will evolve from the convergence. IoT is not a new technology, it is an evolution, which is a convergence of the wireless technology, micro electrochemical systems, microservices, and the internet. So all the technology, existing technologies are integrated to form a new technology. IoT evolved from M to M communication. So initially, communication takes place from human to human. Next level is H to M. And third level of communication, M to M. When M to M comes in the effort, automatically then IoT is evaluated from M to M communication, which connects devices to the cloud, managing it and collecting data. Cloud is nothing but is not a new technology. It is an existing paradigm shift, which is a combination of two technology, distributed technology and grid computing. So distributed and grid computing will combine together to form a new cloud computing concept. So IoT is a natural extension of SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition. So SCADA, which includes hardware and software requirements, where all industrial evaluations will take place through the SCADA software. So the things can be measured, the things can be supply chain, automatically supply chain management process can be done, everything can be done, and the evaluation of SCADA is such a latest generation, which is a SCADA system, which is developed into the first generation of IoT. The first generation of IoT comes from SCADA. So all mechanical engineers study this SCADA. What do you know about the term IoT? Before studying IoT, the teacher must know about what is a system. What is a system? When I talk, what is this? When I ask a question, what is a system? You must define the system in general. And from the generalized definition, you can integrate, you can substitute all the systems. So a system is a grouped entity which is made up of interrelated elementary units. All the units are jointly work together to achieve a common goal. This is the definition of a system. Every system should have so many subsystems. What is an IoT? Now, before IoT, what is a computer system? Computer is a system made up of hardware, software, people, procedure. All the systems are interrelated, but all are integrated with one another so that we can make the system to be a successful. Similarly, IoT is a system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical devices, digital devices, and all the objects in the world that are provided with a unique identification and have the ability to transfer data over the communication network without the intervention of human or without requiring H to H or H to M interaction. It is fully machine to machine interaction. So what do you know about the term IoT? The definition, the IoT is a system of interrelated elementary devices such as computing devices, mechanical devices, digital devices, and all the human objects or all the objects in the world that are having unique ID, all are connected, and all the objects are having the ability to transfer data over the communication system without the intervention of human. What is a thing? Internet of Thing. What the thing means? A thing in the IoT can be a person with a heart monitor implant. That means a pacemaker. All of you heard that to monitor the functioning of your heart, a pacemaker is an implant in the heart, implant in the heart of the human. And animal in a firm with a biochip responder. With the help of a biochip responder, we must know the behavior of an animal in the forest. An automobile that has built-in sensors to alert the driver when the tire pressure is low. So yeah, when you have an automobile pressure, in the car there are so many sensors, and every object in the sensor are shared data to the common. And any man-made object that has assigned an IP address and it has the ability to transfer data over the network. So what is a thing? In general, IoT is nothing but a group of objects. All the objects have the ability to share the data, and every object should have an ID so that we can make use of the object remotely. We can control the object remotely. So the next level, what IoT will do? IoT will make the object smart by enabling them. So we have the title, enabling the technology, enabling them to transmit the data, to automate the task without human intervention. Next one, how to design an IoT and what are the components needed for IoT. Suppose if you want to design an IoT system, what you need? You need a sensors or devices. Next level, why? What is the need for sensor? For data acquisition. So for data, the sensors will receive data automatically from the environment, collect the data, store the data, process the data, and then transfer the data to the nearby. So what? To transfer the data nearby, we need connectivity. Next level, within the internal processing, data processing. Next level, user interface. So what are the components needed for design an IoT? You need a sensor, you need a connectivity, you need a data processing, you need a user interface. So normally you know that what we have to do, computer will do, computer receive the data, process the data and output the result. When you define a computer, what is a computer? A computer is nothing but an electronic device which receives the data, store the data, process the data and output the information as per the direction of the programmer through the language in which the machine can accept. In the similar manner, IoT is a system which receives the environment data with the help of the sensors, store the data in the device and process the data with the help of the program we generate, and then take decision. The decision making can be done with the help of the program, and from the decision making the data will be processed and we have connected the output to another device so that the device will be activated. So we have to connect that, we call that as user interface. So when this is a simple technology, sensor, connectivity, data processing, user interface. What computer is doing? Receive the data, process the data, receive the data, store the data, process the data, output the information. What IoT is do? Receiving the data automatically without the intervention of human. Sensor data, store the data in a memory, and then with the help of our program, it will be processed, and then it will be transferred to the nearby device, user interface, with the help of the connectivity. So the four things you have to know. What are the components needed for IoT design? We have to, with the help of this IoT, we connect physical world, virtual world, digital world. So we can access network anytime, anywhere, anything, any place, and any service can be done with the help of the IoT. In future, we are moving towards integration. So the technology integration. So in IoT is not a single technology, it is an integration of the technology where all engineers, you are an electrical engineer, you are from electronics and communication engineer, or you may be a mechanical engineer, whoever you may be, but all will be integrated. All the technology, all engineering subjects will come forward to make IoT to be a success. Next, how IoT works. An IoT is an ecosystem which consists of web-enabled smart devices. What do you know about the smart device? We call the phone as a smartphone because a phone which satisfies all the needs of the customer, all the needs of the owner. So we call that a smart system. A smart system, what do you mean by the name smart? A smart means sustainable, multidimensional, affordability, research-oriented, and technology initiated. So we call that as a smart device. So a smart device that uses the embedded system. What is an embedded system? When a software is embedded within a hardware. When a software is embedded within a hardware, we call that as a system is an embedded system. So for that, we need processor, sensor, communication hardware to collect the data, send the data, and act on the data they require from their environment. So it is an ecosystem which consists of web-enabled smart devices that uses embedded system such as processor, sensor, communication hardware to collect data, send the data, and act on the data. That means processing, and act to process and then communicate with the device which we have to operate without the intervention of human. All these can be done depending upon the environment data. So IoT device share sensor data. They collect by connecting to an IoT gateway. We need a gateway. So collecting, storing, and processing. For all these things, we need a microprocessor or microcontroller. What it may be a Raspberry Pi, or it may be a ESP8266, or it may whatever it may be, or it may be Node MCU, whatever it may be, you can purchase, and it is a gateway which will be used for our IoT or other edge devices where data is either sent to the cloud or to be analyzed with the help of our program, and it can be analyzed with the help of our local system. It may be either in the server or it may be in the local system. So the connectivity, networking, and the communication protocol. These are the three factors. Everything should have some protocol standards to be used with these web-enabled services, which largely depends upon a specific IoT application deployed. So the IoT can make use of artificial intelligence and machine learning to aid in making the data collection process easier and more dynamic. So IoT is it's a subset of integration of IoT is an integration of ML and AI. You know that what is artificial intelligence? Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. What is deep learning? Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. What is AI? AI is a subset of IoT. Without the AI, artificial intelligence, then things can never happen. So what the computer engineer should know about, the computer should know about automatic data can be collected from the environment automatically and store the data. And we have applied a neural network concept, how the neural brain works, human neural brain works, and you can frame a program, or you can design a program in such a way that the things can be automatically correcting and processing all the things without the intervention of human. Why IoT is important? The Internet of Things helps the people to live and work smarter. So we are in a position. You know that without smartphone, you are not able to live in the world, because all the transactions, all the mail, smartphone. We know why we call our phone as a smartphone, a device which satisfies all my needs such as mailing, email, photographing, searching, and other concepts. What are the technological aspects of transferring, digital transfer, and so you can see a movie, you can have so many applications you can download, and most of the applications you have to depend upon the smartphone application. So the Internet of Things will help the people live and work smarter, as well as gain complete control over their lives. So in addition to offering a smart device to automate a home, IoT is essential for business. It automatically, whenever you implement an IoT technology in a shop, along with the camera and all the devices, the device will automatically identify the number of persons entered into the shop and what the product the customer is buying, and we can study an analytical report, and our business can be improved. So this will provide your businesses with real-time look into how their system will really work. We will deliver insights into everything from the performance of the machine to supply chain and logistic operations. All the things can be done with the help of IoT. IoT will enable companies to automate processes and reduce the labor cost. So our aim is to automate the process, and the cost of the labor must be reduced. So it cut down on the waste and improve the service delivery, making it less expensive to manufacture and deliver goods, as well as offering transparency in the customer transaction. So there is no hidden agenda. As such, IoT is one of the most important technology on our everyday life, and it will continue to pick up steam as more continuous business, realize the potential of connected devices to keep them competitive. So 50 billions expected by 2021, we are expecting more than 50 billions of objects are to be connected in the IoT. So so now we are in the IPv6 protocol. What are the benefits we received from IoT enabled business? With the help of IoT-enabled businesses, we can monitor the overall business process remotely. So without intervention of human, that means without intervention of human, we have the chance to monitor, analyze, and we study the analytical report. We can improve the customer experience, CX. We can save money and time. We can enhance employee productivity. Employee productivity can be done with the help of this IoT technology. We can integrate and adopt a business model. We make better business decisions. We can generate more revenue with the help of this IoT technology. So these are some of the common benefits of IoT enabled business. So every technology or every system must have the pros and cons. Next, we discuss about what are the pros and cons, what are the advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages of IoT? It has the ability to access information from anywhere, at any time, on any device. And it has improved the communication between the connected electronic devices. And we are transferring the data packets over the communication network with the help by saving money and time. We can automatically make the task for improving the quality of the business service and reduce the need for human intervention. Our ambition is to reduce the human intervention. Without the intervention of human, all the things will be done automatically for improving the quality of the business service. What are the next level disadvantages? As the number of connected devices increases and more information is shared between the devices, the hackers will come forward. So every technology must be a drawback. So the potential that a hacker could steal confidential information and also increases the safety measures. How it can be done? The research should be done on the security issue. Enterprises may eventually have to deal with massive numbers of IoT devices. You can know that by 2025, most of the devices in the world are connected to the device, so that all the devices will send data to the server. Now the server is struggling to handle the data. So we are collecting and managing the data from those devices will be a challenging task for the researchers. If there is a bug in the system, it is not easy to correct. So it is likely that every connected device will become corrupted when the security measures is the most important. And we have to form some standardization rule. So the international standard for the compatibility of IoT can be designed. So it is difficult for the device from the different manufacturers to communicate with each other. So now what we have to design some of these IoT standards to operate. In future, the standard should be designed. So now the standard, there will be no perfect standard, or there is no international level standards available for that. We are in a position to design the international standard for the compatibility of the IoT devices. What are the functions of IoT? The function of IoT is 4 functions. Object identification. Next level, remote monitoring and data access. Third level, data communication. Fourth level, actuation control. So this is the chain management. First, every object should have identified, and you must know, you must have a chance to monitoring, and you must have data access facility remotely. For that, you need a good data communication device. You have a good infrastructure facilities so that we can actuate the control of the other device with the help of the present infrastructure. When we talk about this architecture, we have 4 stages of architecture, IoT architecture. First layer is called data gathering layer. Once data is received, we have to transmit the data to the server. So we need data transmission. Once it reaches the server, we write a program in the server program to process the information. Once the information is processed, we transfer the data to our application. So what are the 4 layers? Data gathering, data transmission, process information, and finally smart applications, which we designed, which your idea, which your creativity. So what are the sensing layers? Physical objects, sensors, and actuators are used for sensing layers to receive the data. data actuation is done with the help of sensing layers. Network layer. Here we are in a position to know about the gateway. You use Raspberry Pi or Node MCU, whatever it may be. Internet gateways or network gateways, network technology. So data acquisition system. So data acquisition system, once the data can be received, it should be transferred to the server. So all that we have a strong network layer. And the third layer, we call that as processing unit, which is for decision making unit, which is for data analysis unit. With the help of this data processing layer, we process the information and take decision so that what we have to do in the next level should be communicated. For that, we have to actuate a device with the help of the applications. We designed with the help of an Android app you have designed. So you designed an Android smart Android applications and management, and with the help of the application layer, you can transfer your data and control any device from anywhere without intervention of human. What are the IoT standards in the case of wireless technology? IPv6. Now we are moving towards the latest version IPv6, where most of the devices, every devices should have an IP address, so that we can get the address of the object individually, so that we can access the control of the object, and we can monitor the object, we can control the object, we can actuate the object, which is an open standard defined by Internet Engineering Task Force (IETF). The low power standards enable low power radio to communicate to the internet, including 804 IEEE standard, Bluetooth low energy, and Z-Wave. These are some of the IoT standards. Zigbee, which is a low power. LightOS is used for Unix operating system for wireless network. Our constrained application COAP. COAP is a constrained application protocol, which is, so what is a protocol? A set of standards used for communicating. When you know about the communication system, you must know about the component of the communication system. What are the 4 components of the communication system? The sender, receiver, medium, and the protocol. Protocol is the most important factor to be considered in the case of a communication system. With the help of the protocol, we are designed a well-defined infrastructure. So the protocol designed by the standardization, so it can be done with the help of the standards. There is no processing defect by transferring the data. So now most of the countries use LoRaWAN, which is a protocol designed to support huge networks such as smart cities with a million of low power devices. So LoRa is one of the most important connectivity technology in the case of IoT standards. And what are the frameworks available? All of you know about the Amazon Web Service, a cloud service, and Microsoft Azure, and Google Brillo or Wave. So these are the 3 platforms. So Google designed a platform for IoT, Microsoft designed Azure for IoT, and Amazon Web Service IoT, which is a cloud computing platform for IoT released by Amazon. So what if you want to design an IoT based application, what you have to know, you must acquire the data and get a space from the server where you can store the data in the server, and you can, with the help of a JavaScript, you write a cloud based server program for processing, and from the processing you can do this. So with the help, you must know about Google Assistant or Amazon Echo. Amazon Echo is one of the device which received actuate. The Amazon will be connected devices of our home, and it can be actuated without the intervention of human and operated remotely. So Amazon Web Service is a cloud computing platform for IoT released by Amazon, and the framework designed to enable smart devices to easily connect and securely interact with the AWS cloud and other connected devices. Microsoft Azure is also one of the IoT suite designed by a Microsoft company, which consists of the set of services for enable the user to interact with receive data from their IoT devices and also perform various operations over the data for multi-dimensional analysis or transformation and aggregation, or you have to design your own visualization. So visualization play a major role. With the help of the data, we can visualize the data when we can monitor the data and present the visualization to the higher authorities so that they can easily take decision for the future. So what are the applications where IoTs are applied? In the consumer segment, smart home that are equipped with smart thermostats, smart appliances, and connected heating, lighting, and electronic devices can be controlled remotely via computers and our smartphone applications. In future, this is the most important segment and number one usage of application of usage in the case of IoT is smart homes. Next level, wearable devices. All the wearable devices with the sensors and softwares, which will collect information, will collect the data and analyze the data and sending the message to other technology about the user with the aim of making users life easier and more comfortable. So what is the purpose of wearable? You all of you know about the smartwatch. So what the purpose of smartwatch? The smartwatch will recognize the number of steps you walk during your walking time. So when you go in the morning walking, with the help of the smartwatch, we can identify how many calories you spend, how many steps you go for walking. So you need minimum 10,000 steps. Every day you need 10,000 steps. The 10,000 steps can be analyzed by your wearable devices. The smart building, which will reduce energy cost. Suppose a smart building, you must know about how much electricity consumption can be takes place in an institution or in your building or in your department. So all the departments and all the buildings in your all the rooms in your department are controlled by help of the sensors, and all the lighting arrangements and all the energy levels can be monitored with the help of the system, and we can automatically control. If you have an air conditioned room, it can be automatically controlled with the help of this smart building technology. In the case of healthcare, IoT has many benefits, which has the ability to monitor the patient. Suppose you have a wearable technology or you have a smartwatch. The smartwatch will recognize your pulse rate and also your sugar level. If you promptly given the data to the system, it transfer the data in the critical condition to the doctor, and the doctor have a chance to take decision and inform you that you are in a critical condition. Take rest, don't go for walking. So the hospitals are often use the IoT system to complete the tasks such as inventory management for both the pharmaceuticals and medical instruments, and also in the IC unit, we can control the temperature of the room for the patient health conditions. So for the comfort level of the patient, all the IC unit temperature can be controlled. If there is any incomfort takes place, immediately they should be transferred. Another important application of this IoT is agriculture. IoT based smart farming is the future, which can be helped to monitor all the levels of that may rainfall, monitoring the rainfall, monitoring the temperature, monitoring the humidity, monitoring pressure of the condition, monitoring the moisture level control, controlling the ionic condition. All the things can be monitored. We can monitor the soil level, we can monitor the rainfall ratio, we can monitor the temperature, we can monitor the pressure, and we have the how the humidity in our area is. All the things can be monitored with the help of the sensors, and the data can be automatically connected to the server, and it will be transferred to the owner of the farming without intervention of human. So IoT is also an instrumental in automating irrigation system by 2025. So these are some of the applications of Internet of Things. M2M wireless sensors, security side, building management, everyday, everything. That means everything. That means IoT, Internet of a thing. Instead of Internet of Thing, we can move towards Internet of everything. Next level, Web of Things, WOT, whatever it may be. So some of the applications with the video for the proof already implemented. So this is Amazon Prime. The Amazon Prime will be used to deliver. Amazon Prime uses drone technology to deliver the product to the nearby customers within the 30 kilometers surrounding. If they are within the 30 kilometers surrounding, the product will be, if you ordered a product in the Amazon Prime, they will be delivered without the intervention of human, and it will be reached you properly. So drone technology integrated with the IoT system to make the system to be a success. And another thing, in New Zealand, the Domino's pizza when we delivered through drones without intervention of human, how it takes place. Once you order the product, so what are the steps happening from the location? Once your location map is on, it identifies the latitude and longitude location of your location map, and it automatically delivers the product to the corresponding particular location without intervention of human. And in future, how the 24/7 shopping will be takes place without the intervention of human, all the things can be done automatically. In this example, every basket should have an RFID signal, RFID card or barcode reader. So whenever you get your product and show it in the barcode, it automatically transfer data to the nearby systems and the count the number of products, and all the bills are ready. Once you go and place in the corresponding track, automatically your bill will be settled and covered. So your self-driving bus in Japan. So already implemented.
これからお見せするのは新しいバスをめぐるお話です。
席を確認しました。バスが発車します。次は西山高校前、バスが停車します。
お、こんにちは。
あら、東さんとこも大きくなって。
いや、
お母さんお元気？
はい。
悪いわね。
いえいえ。
ゆっくり。はい。
あら、キリさん。どうも、お久しぶり。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
バスが停車します。
どうして車が来たのがわかるんでしょうね。
ね。
Is this bus going to Narrow Falls? Narrow Falls? 春先じゃない？行くよ行くよ。
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
前方に落下物があり、このバスは緊急停止します。
In future, IoT play a major role in automobile industry sectors. And another one, a smart interactive bed designed with all kinds of sensors which automatically identify.
Where Balloon comes from is that we're trying to utilize modern design and technology to produce beds that you have full control, so you can customize it any way you wish. The air cell suspension system is very unique because it allows you to control its firmness and it stays as new throughout the lifespan of the bed. It acts like a spring, but it's very soft and it yields itself around you rather than resist you. Our climate control works by using ambient air already in your room, which we then are able to either heat or let pass through to, in the summertime, ventilate to keep it cool, and in the wintertime to actually warm the bed so it's not chilled when you come to use it. We've incorporated a vibro massage that's pressure point rather than a bed being vibrated. It's directly placed with vibration sensors beneath specific pressure points in your body. The Ghost style was developed to help you navigate your way in the dark without disturbing your partner. It automatically comes on, and we use an external wireless sensor that allows the light to come on for a certain amount of time to help guide you to and from your bed. We also have a variety of colors that you can choose of what ambient lighting you'd like when they come on. Anti-snoring system we developed because it's just one of the most disruptive experiences you have with a partner. We used our very specialized air suspension system to change the angle at which you sleep when snoring is monitored. We have a built-in sensor within the mattress that is specifically tuned to pick up your frequency of sound when you start snoring. It will change the tilt of your head and your neck to both partners separately.
So a bed with anti-snoring system, massaging system, temperature control system, and also a lighting arrangement system, all the things which automatically takes place. And we have a good smart interactive beds designed by Beluga. And another one, in all the banks in future, we have smart vault where 24/7 smart vault can be designed in all banks with the help of this IoT technology, automatically highly secured.
Pioneer in technological innovations and banking, ICICI Bank now brings to you India's first smart vault. You can now access your locker anytime, any day, at your convenience. From multi-level security check through debit card and biometric authentication ensures you a safe and secure access. Smart Wallet offers you the most convenient way of accessing your locker. Simply enter your ATM PIN and select your locker number. Your request will be serviced by state-of-the-art robotic technology. Which will scan your coordinates with a unique RFID code, assuring you a flawless and smooth operation. Within just a few minutes, your locker will be at your disposal. To offer you additional security, your locker comes with an inbuilt, unbreakable lock system, and you can comfortably access your valuables in the lounge. To end your locker operation, secure the lock with your master key and press the exit button. The robotic arm will place your locker safely in the fortified vault. Experience the privacy, the security, and the freedom of accessing your locker anytime. Experience India's first smart bank. Brought to you by ICICI Bank.
This is the prototype designed by ICICI. In future, the whole banks are included with the help of this technology. And whenever we talk about all these technology, you must study the security and private issues. The Internet of Things connect billions of devices to the Internet, and it involves the use of billions of data points. So, number of devices are connected, all the devices send data, and we are in a position to how to manage the server in the future. So that is a major question, and all of the data which are to be secured due to its expand of attack surface. IoT security and IoT privacy are cited as a major concern in the future. And one of the most notorious recent IoT attacks was Mirai. All of you heard that Mirai is one of the recent attacks through distributed denial of services attacks, and attackers gain access to the network by exploiting poorly secured IoT device. So when you have the IoT device in your home, it is not secure. You must be very much careful when you are using the devices connected to the internet. We have not enough infrastructure. We are not having a strong infrastructure in our country. So connecting devices to internet is very careful, because IoT devices are closely connected. All the hackers has to do it exploit one vulnerability to manipulate all the data, rendering it unusable. So the manufacturers that do not update their devices regularly will be in trouble in the future. And the connected devices often ask the users to input their personal information. So encoding, you have your frequent messages come from the private service providers, including name, age, date of birth, phone, and all this, the social media account. So information that are invaluable to hackers. And hackers are not the only threat to the Internet of Things. Privacy is another major concern to the user. So the companies that make and distribute the devices could use those devices to obtain and sell users' personal data to others. So whenever you buy a product, immediately they ask all the questions with you, and all are recorded, and your data will be shared to others. So beyond this leaking of our personal data, it also possesses a risk of critical infrastructure, which include electricity, transportation, and financial service. So hackers are not only the threat to the Internet of Things. Privacy is one of the major concerns which are to be also considered. So in future, we have concentrate on smart city. In smart city, all the IoT sensors and the deployments such as smart street lights, smart meters, all the electricity meters in your houses are connected in future, and there is, the readings will be automatically transferred to the server, and the bills will be automatically generated and transferred to your email ID without intervention of the human. And the conservation of energy and monitoring the address environment and all are the improved situations in the future. So now we are in the technological system. You must know about there are variety of industries. That means organizations in a variety of industries are using IoT to operate more efficiently, to better understand the customers, and to deliver the end customer service for decision making in the future. So we must be ready for accessing this tech and technology, this kind of technology. With the help of AI, machine learning, and deep learning, we will do all the things in the future. So whenever we in India, it is very difficult to implement because infrastructure is very poor. So Google says that I have a lot of information. Wikipedia that all the information, all the definitions you can get it from me. And Facebook so that you have a lot of friends, all the friends are connected only with the help of me. So all these things are controlled, and the internet says that if internet is not available, all these applications are useless. And the Tamilnadu electricity board, if electricity is not there, what is the use of internet? So without electricity, internet, there is no internet. Without internet, there will be no apps. So you must know about the infrastructure. First, we have a strong infrastructure base for implementing this technology in our country. So with that, I conclude my talk. Any questions, please arise.